Hello creation, I hope you're well. Managed to get another one done today. As I've been perusing perusing over some old writings, I've stumbled across this one. It's from August of 2019 and it's called In Glory. Hope you like it. I take upon myself, as I lay my burdens down, cast aside all doubts and fears, and prepare to don the crown. All aspects come together as we all return to one. All galaxies, all universe, Mother Earth and Father Son. I take upon myself, as I realise my truth. I am the first and last. I know I need no proof. This journey has been aged, like a good old-fashioned wine. At last the dawn awakens to bring forth ascension time. I take upon myself, as I release myself of guilt, for all the pain I suffered, for all the blood I spilt. To raise the mass vibration is a challenge for all kind, from the lowest to the highest, from the seer to the blind. I take upon myself, as I am a true creator. I have risen from the darkest to the lightest part of nature. There was reason for this journey. In the mind we did explore, from the deepest to the highest, to the furthest foreign shore. I take upon myself, as I thank me for the ride. I gaze at my creation, and I do so with much pride. Now I thank you all for being, and for sacrifice you gave. For I am we, and we are one. In glory we shall bathe. I don't quite know what to say really. It's just I seem to have been on this path for such a long time, and you know, it's wonderful is when you can sit back and relax and look and think, wow. You know, not only wow, how did I get through that, but wow, what a journey, but wow, what achievements. You know, many different experiences, many different expressions of consciousness, all bringing their own gifts to the table, all bringing their own experiences, all bringing their... It's just phenomenal how many experiences across the spectrum that I've personally experienced in this life. And when I look at that, and I look at how many people I've met, and how many people, how many sort of expressions of consciousness that, be it termed as good or bad by whoever, or you know, whoever concerned, the effect that's been had upon those expressions of consciousness, you know. When someone comes into your life, they can get you to obviously look at aspects of self unless they or someone else playing that role would, you know, if it weren't for them, they wouldn't bring sort of things for you to address to the light, would they, as has been previously said. So I've got nothing but gratitude, absolute gratitude for all and sundry, you know, who's ever been in my life, who is in my life, who, you know, and who will be in, you know, days to come, or whenever that may be. So, but as I keep saying, we keep going, don't we? And if we can get to a point in our life where we can look back, and regardless of the trials that there's been, this is for any of you, you know, if you've gone through such that you whilst you were going through it thought you'd never get out of it, or through it, or over it, or under it, or whatever, whichever way, but through it, beyond it, then, you know, it's an achievement. I think the icing on the cake is when you can look back and you look at those versions that you've been in the past, and how you totally don't resonate with those versions of yourself anymore. Nor then do you you know, you come to realise that you actually resonate with those of that vibration from back then, you know, because none of that exists anymore, does it? It's all gone, and you've changed, hopefully, if you're progressing, if you're evolving in your life. So, but wherever you're at, you're meant to be at, you know, and it's up to us, I suppose, in some instances, well, is it in some or in all? Can we overcome obstacles sooner than they're meant to be overcome, or is every given moment we're exactly where we're meant to be? You know, sometimes when you believe that after all the work you've put in, after all the sacrifices you made and all the rest of it, that you should have been a little bit further on within your own existence, you know. You should be reaping the abundances as promised, but for whatever reason there's something that's just holding it back, whatever that might be, because sometimes it can be unbeknown to self, to the conscious self, because it's in the unconscious or the subconscious, whichever, you know. Then we can, you know, touch on those frustrations of existence, can't we, of our own existence. But in saying that, also, you know, regardless of what gets thrown our way, we become competent enough in our own judgment, in our own disassociations, in our own belief of self and who we are and what we can handle, that nothing that gets thrown our way, nothing is going to bury us. Nothing's going to bury us. And if it does, if we have to eat us way through it to get out the other end, to resurface, that's what we do. Because we are creation, that we are the miracle of creation at work on the front line in this 3D reality. That's it. And we keep going. We keep going. And we keep going. But do it through love. I guarantee you, that's what's going to bring the walls of Jericho down, if you like. That's what's going to bring about the new, you know, that's what's going to bring those barriers down. Anyway, it's all got opinion, but it's my opinion, and I stick by it. Alright, enjoy the rest of your weekends, and until next time, take care.